Hi there, so I'm going to be showing you my presentation for module D8. So basically I'm going to go through over the whole thing, basically what I've done for D8. So here's my presentation. Right, so basically my aim was to, choose a development skill using plugins and creating synth. So I'll also be incorporating the knowledge of music theory during this development plan overall to become a better, producer and songwriter, etc. So here's my D8 plan. So basically I had to make a brief D8 plan, basically what my aim was. So my goal was to, get better at playing, using plugins and basically get better at using synths. So then it helped me produce better in the genre that I'm really interested in. Is basically house dance, basically, or chill dance. So basically I had a plan for each week. So week 1, week 2, week 3, etc. to week, to the final week 8 or week 9. So basically, for week 1, what I've done is, basically I've got some videos of me talking about, what I've done and stuff. So for week 1, I basically tried learning how to use the ES2 on Logic, and I've done some research on a YouTube video here, how to make a classic deep house. So I looked at that because then before that I didn't really know how to use plugins at all. Then I've never used it. So I thought, oh, why not use it and do some research, and basically that's what I've done. I basically followed what this guy that I researched on YouTube, basically what he was doing. So I've researched that, and yeah, it went really well, to be fair. For the first time with me using it, I just kind of messed about a bit, just using it. See if so that's my first from the plugin thing to use. So it didn't sound the best, but at least I'm developing from that because I've only just started using it. And this is another one. I think I've changed a bit. I've changed the I think I made it more I don't know, I think I added some reverb and stuff to that, the second one. But yeah, so that's the first week. I didn't really do that much, but I've just wanted to get my head through the plugin, basically. So basically here's my week 2. So I've recorded 3 videos here of basically what I've been doing, what I've done, etc. But yeah, so for that week so I basically carried on what I was doing basically as the first week, just basically creating multiple synths, and basically doing more research. But what I've done for this, I think I've done a different one, so let me put it on now. So that's for week 2. So as you can tell from week 1, you can see how much I've progressed. That sounded so much better, using the synths, the plugin, the ES2. But yeah, so that's week 2 done. So that's gone really well. So so for week 3, so here's I've done some more research for different plugins of what I can use. So here I found a Vital one. I've basically put my email on there, but I didn't hear anything back from them. So yeah, so I didn't get to use that. I found this one. It's free, but I wasn't sure if it'd be any good. But maybe one day I will try and buy it and just see how it goes. So basically, for week 3, I made another 2 different synths. You know, because I just wanted to carry on making different synths every week, try to get better, and you know, basically get better using that plugins and making synths. Basically, that's what my plan is, you know, for over the weeks. But yeah, so I'll play this one here. I'll see how this sounds. So that's just another synth that I've done, you know, randomly on the MIDI keyboard, basically. And here's my, I'm not too sure what this one is. So as you can tell, you know, that was the first week that I've done for that one, and I've basically changed more stuff to it, added more stuff, so that sounded a lot better from week 1. As you can tell, I've made a lot of progress already, you know, with plugins, making it sound better. But yeah, so, and then I got basically every week, every end of the week, I do an end of, you know, like of me talking for basically what I've done for the whole week. So I will have every week I will have a video of me talking about the whole week of each week, basically. So for week 4, I've done some research on Serum, which is the plugin that I really want to use and get better at. But I've never had a chance to use it or, you know, purchase this, as it's you know, basically nearly £200, so I can't really afford that yet. But hopefully one day I'll be able to, you know, get it. But I found something on Splice that I've done some research. You can just pay £10 a month for 19 months, so that's not bad at all. So I might have to consider it and just go for it, basically. But yeah, so after that, I made another synth. You know, basically every week I make new synths. But yeah, so I've done some research on that, and I've done some research on YouTube on how to, you know, basically use Serum, which helped me a lot as well. But yeah, I'll play you the week 4, the synth that I've done. Ooh, that does not sound the greatest there, but because, like, you know, I have my headphones, it's not like a production, you know, it's not, so like sometimes when I listen to it on a speaker it sounds different, so like there it doesn't sound the greatest there, but like I said, this is a progress, you know, so I'll be learning and improving, you know. But I basically made another synth there. It sounded good, but like not, I don't know what happened there. But so here's my end of week 4, talking about, you know, about what I've done for week 4 basically, and what my aim is for week 5. So for week 5, as you can see, I've done a D8 Midway review, talking with Alex. Basically, here's a video here, screen recorded video. Yeah, and it helped me a lot. So as I was a bit, you know, confused, so after having my review point, I have got us, you know, slightly off track a bit. I didn't really go to plan with the plan that I've, you know, started it off first. So basically, I have, you know, so now I have to refine my goals. So I'm going to focus on developing my writing ability and get better at composing house tracks and chill music. And within the composition, you know, I will be getting better, you know, because I want to basically, for week 5, I did that review. After that review, I wanted to basically get better at my music theory and chord progression. As I'm not a piano player, you know, I'm not a piano player, but I always wanted to get better at piano. But my main goal is to learn the music theory first and the chords, basically. So that's what I wanted to get better at. So basically, I've made a new plan, as you can see there. Made a new plan. Basically, week 1, learn different chords progression. Week 2, you know, research new compositions. Week 3, same as week 2. Week 5, just, you know, a quick plan, because I didn't, you know, I had to make a new plan basically. But I'm glad that I did that, you know, and after having a review talk with Alex, it, you know, it helped me a lot. So basically, what I've done is, I got another little synth track that I made like a while ago, but I've added some stuff to it, so I'll show you. I'll put it on now. So yeah, so I have to listen to that. So basically, what I'm thinking of doing there, when I found this, I'm gonna develop this as a track maybe for D9, maybe, hopefully, and then I will be changing, you know, some more stuff. But basically, yeah. So here, basically, I wanted to do some research on musictheory.net, as you can see there. You know, learn about the chord progression. So basically there, C major chord. I've done it on the Logic here, as you can see, and there. So that's I'll put it on now so you can hear. So there you go. So that's a C major chord that I've done, which sounded, you know, good, to be fair, as it's my first time, you know, learning chords. So then I thought, after messing about with, you know, the chords, I thought I'd make, you know, add some more, change it up a bit. So I've done this. So as you can see, it's still a C major chord, but I just I'd changed the rhythm of it. Hopefully I've done that right. But, you know, as you can see, I'm progressing a lot already. But yeah, so chord that I made for the house track here. So I've made a chord. So I thought, oh, why not make a chord for a house track? So I'll play it now. Which So yeah, so, you know, I thought that sounded pretty good. Actually, I really like that one. So I'm definitely going to be developing that chord into a house track, definitely. So there's my end of week 5, basically talking about what happened, you know, what changed and stuff. So for week 6, I thought, oh, why not? I set myself a target, you know, to basically, one second. Yeah, so basically, moving that a bit more forward. Yeah, so basically, for week 6, I basically set myself my target. I thought, you know, why not add some drums to the chord that I've done for the week 5? So I'll play it now. Oh, that's not with the drums. Here's with the drums here. So yeah, so basically that's what it's like with the drums. I thought it goes really well with the drums, so you know I can definitely develop that into a full track basically. So basically I set myself more target to learn more chords. So here's my theory for so I've done this week. Theory is the 7th chords. So basically there. So I thought, oh, why not, do it on Logic? So this is what I've done. I'll put it up on there now. So yeah, so that's the 7th chord. That was quite hard. It was quite challenging. But yeah, but I managed to done it, which is good. But yeah, so I've done one with the drums, but it's not the greatest. But yeah, so I mean I could put it on briefly if you want. Yeah, it's just a simple drum, beat. So that's my end of week 6 video. So basically I've done like I had like another review talk with Step, basically talking about about a checklist. So as you can see there, a checklist there. So that really helped me a lot to see if I was on track or not. So yeah, so it's really good, which helped me a lot. So I'm going to show you basically what I've done after having a talk on the checklist thing. But yeah, so I will show you that now. So my target for week 7 is to carry on doing research with music theory. However, I wanted to progress my piano and get better at producing chords. As it's not my first instrument, I want to develop this further, as I believe I can see the theory when performing on piano. So like here for an example, so a C major chord consists of C, E and G. These can be played on a piano using spacing, so music clear memory, and are played in order rather that like guitar, which depending on the inversion chord, so usually is played with a tonic 5th then the 3rd, which I found really cool, this information that I've done some research. So I thought, oh, why not put that as a like a fact, or like a little info thing. So yeah, so I've done another chord progress, so here I will show you. But yeah, I'll play it now for you. So yeah, so basically that's a C major chord, and I thought, oh, why not add some melody to it? I thought, oh, why not, add a bit of melody to it? So I thought, oh, why not set myself another target, and why don't I add something, cool to that? So what I've done is I thought, oh, why not add like a flute, as I thought, it would sound good. Or like something different than instead of just making house stuff. So I thought, oh, why not do something different? So here's audio here with the flute on it, so I'll play that now. So yeah, so that's what it sounded like with the flute, which I thought was really cool. I was quite pleased that I've done that. So as you can see so far, I've progressed a lot, you know, with the piano and the music theory. So as you can see so far, I've progressed a lot. I've learned a lot already with the piano, the chords, and a bit of, you know, music theory. So after this, my target is going to try and add some drums to that. You know, as I'm happy with the piano so far, but, you know, why don't I just, you know, set myself another target, you know, to add some drums to it. So I'll see how this sound. Yeah, I don't know, I was struggling a bit, to be fair, like trying to make the drums for this, because I'm not really used to, like, you know, basically making drums for this type of, you know, genre. But, you know, at least I've done it, you know, at least I've tried. I've basically done what I set myself as a target to do. So that's my end of week 7 video. So in week 8, you know, after a one-to-one meeting again, so I had another one-to-one meeting with Alex again, talking about D8 and hearing his opinions on what I should do next. So my target this week is to do some research on scales. So Alex said if I don't know the scales, then how will I improve, you know, like doing chords basically. He said I need to learn the scales first, so then I'll be able to develop more further and learn more knowledge, you know, so then I can be better at using chords basically and producing chords. So basically here's the plan. As you can see, the plan, week 9, opportunity and future and career. So for week 9, this is basically what I've done, so I will show you. And basically that's what I've been doing anyway, putting like 30-second, 20-second, 10-second, you know, little like MP3. So I thought, why not do some research on the scales? So which I've did. So scales degrees, tonic, subdominant, dominant, and tonic. So here's a video of me doing an 8-note scale. So as you can see there you go. So that's the 8-note scale. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone. I've done this before, but I kind of forgot it, so it was kind of good, you know, to have like a recap on it. So semitone is a major scale, tone is a minor scale. So I thought, why not do some research on semitone and tone? So I've done that on YouTube, and I basically recorded myself again doing the semitone and tone basically on the piano. So I thought, why not do some research on Psycho Fifth, you know, as I've never learnt it before. It took me a while to get my head around it. I still know probably over 50% of it, but not fully yet, because it's really confusing. It took me a while to even just to learn like 50% of it. But let's hear some example here. So C and A are relative, D and F are the 6th scale, and I've put a link here for the website that I've been doing research on. So basically, what is the circle of fifth? Circle of fifth is a circle diagram that shows sharp and flat black notes in each musical key, and how different keys work in relation to one another. So the circle of fifth is an arrangement of the 12th note of the musical alphabet in the circle. So each note on the circle is a perfect fifth apart. At the top of the circle, we begin on note C. As you go clockwise around the circle, the note moves in a perfect fifth. So, which I thought that's really helpful, that information. I'll put a link down below there as well. So, you know, why is this useful? You know, this this cycle fifth, you know. So it's useful because I think it's, you know, you can use it as a guide for quickly programming in like melodies, harmonies, bass line, chords in your, you know, DAW, in specific keys. So like, however, it can be also used to work out which keys and chord progressions work well with each other. So if you want to skip the part, you know, about the country, then, you know, I don't know, it's just really good information, you know. Like, why is it useful? But yeah, and here's another video here about the circle of fifth, which is really, with this, after watching this video, it really made me like, oh, okay, I actually get it a bit now, you know. So that's my end of week D8 video. So for week 9, I've just thought, oh, I'd do some research on, you know, beginning chords, just all different chords, so I can try out, see how it sounds. Video here, best way to practice chords, which was really helpful. Here's another fact: major scale is a 4/3, so this is how I remembered it. So I basically did a video there again. So major scale is a 4/3, minor scale is a 3/4. So I've done 2 videos there, basically. But yeah, so for week 9, I thought, why don't I, you know, set myself another target? So basically, how will this give me an opportunity and help me in the future with this plan and the work that I have done achieved over the 9 weeks? So this will give me the opportunity to learn new things in such, like in music, such as like becoming a better producer, and at writing music. So I set my plan to get better at making synths, using plugins, as before I did not know how to use that, so now I do, which that's a progress. So I'm glad that I chose that target, but then I'm also glad that I changed my plan in week 5. So you know, this D8 module D kind of made me got back into producing again, because I stopped producing for a few months. I kind of gone off it a bit, but this kind of made me got back into it again, which I'm glad. So by week 5, I thought I need to try and get better at something, you know, else. I thought, why not music theory? Get better at using chords to help me produce. Therefore, you know, for me to do that is to start learning and recapping about music theory, which is important. It will help me, you know, help me in the present and future. My goal and aim is to get better at piano, as I don't know how to play. It's difficult to write music and produce such as chords. So I set myself a new plan and target to learn chords and music theory. As I'm really into dance and house, using chords will help me a lot with producing, but you know, not but it doesn't have to be in that genre. It doesn't have to be, it can be any genre, you know. It will help me in the present and future. You know, so for me to do that is to learn the music theory, do a lot of research. It was quite complicated, but you know, I managed to get around it. But you know, I feel now a lot more confident, and at the start I didn't feel confident at all, but I feel confident now, you know. Learning the knowledge of music theory. So basically, after that, I've done an evaluation video, so I will be releasing here another 2. I think I'll be releasing 2 videos, basically talking about the whole thing again like this, but it's an evaluation presentation video that I've done at home. So this is basically just talking about the whole thing, but basically the evaluation of this, basically what I've done for the opportunity and how it will give me, and basically. So yeah, so that's it really for my presentation for D8. I thought it went really well. Kind of gone off track, but then, you know, it moved me into a right direction after, you know, having that midway review with Alex. But yeah, and like I said, you know, it's gone really well. So yeah, I'm really happy with this module D. hopefully I get a good grade, hopefully, but yeah, I'm very pleased with how it went. So yeah, that's it really for my presentation. Thank you.